As part of my personal creative journey to show up and speak out, I decided to create this channel. I've had this dream since 2013 to host my own show. 8 years have passed and now I am seeing it through.
Take a big step. 1, 2, 3 steps.
This story is from my recent trip to the paradise known as Hawai'i. This beautiful place was our point of entry to the States as immigrants from the Philippines, also 8 years ago. A full circle moment. That's really what this is. 8 years of waiting for my break and I cannot wait any longer. I decided to put myself out there to show up and to tell my stories. My name is Reasonda and this is the Chris Channel. It was in mid-March of 2020 when the quarantine started. We all thought it's gonna be something that won't even last for a month. Or so we thought. Day in and day out, we see the numbers go up. And that's when it started to sink in. Now, more than a year of isolation from the bigger world outside our houses, and it seemed like most hopes were ignored. But some hopes are renewed. We were able to travel to Hawaii because, well, of the government's response. What governments do and prioritize really affects the society at large. Yeah, the states were locked down for over a year, but arguably, the government had a plan. So first things first, hold your government accountable and please register to vote. So how did we travel to Hawaii? Well, a series of steps. The most accurate can be found over at travel.hawaii.gov, but based on my experience going there 2 months ago, Step 1. Create a login on the site. That's gonna be your other ticket to go to Hawaii, and where you'll upload your COVID-19 test result. Speaking of COVID-19 test result, Step 2. The testing clinic should be a partner of Hawaii Safe Travels, and most especially, it has to be negative. Regardless if you're vaccinated or not, and I highly suggest that you are, you have to get this test 72 hours prior to your boarding. And lastly, step number 3. Upload the PDF test result on your account in the site, and then you will get a QR code which will be scanned prior to boarding. You're not going to be able to board if you don't have this QR code with you. But this process, again, was roughly 2 months ago. Some things may have changed, so for the most accurate procedure, you can check travel.hawaii.gov. Just arrived in Hawaii. What up? This is where our journey begins. I personally think it's better to start your adventure and travel itinerary on the day after your arrival at your destination. Well, that's what we did. Give yourself time to adjust in the new environment. Recalibrate your senses, sleep off the exhaustion, let the energy of the place take over, and prepare yourself for the adventure that awaits. We started our first official day in Oahu before the break of dawn and hiked up the famous spot called the Lanikai Pillbox. It's roughly a 30-minute hike in the darkness, but all worth it when you get even just to the first pillbox bunker. The scenery and serenity of the landscape is breathtaking when viewed on top of it. It's even made more beautiful by the sudden burst of colors as the sun rises in the horizon. It's more difficult to go down, but we're almost near. Take note, when you're hiking, don't wear Air Max. You have that little heel going on, and that's the least you want. Imagine going up or down, doing a trail with a heel. Choices. Done. So we're at Lanikai Beach. So right there, like on top of that hill right there, that's where we were earlier. Now look at those two islands. Yeah, we saw that while on top of the pillbox. I call upon the energy of those who have witnessed, who have experienced, and who have washed themselves clean by the ocean. I call upon the energy of the biggest and most graceful part of the world, the ocean, who has covered more than enough, who has traveled across, beyond, and around. I call upon the energy of this big body of memory, of emotions, of glory. Let your waves come crashing on me. Let your cold tame the fire inside me. Let your sound echo my healing. Let your energy flow through me, so that I may be cleansed. Say hi. Say hi. Guys. Going scuba diving. Meg, say hi. Broadcast tayo. Live, Vicky. We're gonna go scuba diving today. It's actually my first. Not really a fan of the underwater, but let's see. Because the sun's warm. I love it. Also, I'll have my mask and then water. Really excited for this. Get to see the beautiful underwater scenery. I bet that's gonna be glorious. Yeah.
So before diving, we have to keep this out for... Oops!
Is that tax?
Oh, address. Tax season.
What's up, bro?
So excited.
Show me your excited face.
Oh my God!
Say hi. Mahalo. Mahalo.
No, it's aloha.
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 Yeah, mahalo is after. Mahalo is after. Mahalo is thank you. Aloha is hello. Hello, diba? Aloha. Ohana means family. Family means nobody gets left behind. Oh, forgotten. At least, diba? At least.
I'm so over it. They're broken up already, my God.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Mahalo.
Even if my body wants to cave, yet it's so hot in the bedroom. And my mind just keeps on slowing
Yeah. What are you about to do? About to have an epic time on the water? You got scuba diving or snorkeling?
We're scuba diving.
Yeah, first times, yep. Oh man, it's gonna be so awesome. Super awesome. Oh no, what'd you do? Super awesome.
what a lovely day. And ooh, oh, I'm just going by, bringing best to sing about. What a lovely day. What a lovely day.
And today, if you guys get used to restroom, we got the biggest restroom in the world. I want to teach you how to use it.
Yeah, just
If today you see something magical, something pretty amazing out there, please let me know right away. So I can turn the boat around and get you back.
Yeah.
That's some fun!
Pretty much like a backpack. You got your shoulder straps right here and it buckles around your waist too. When I fill this thing with air, it'll help you float it.
I'm never really a fan of the vast ocean. I think I actually have a phobia. I realized that phobia when what I only sensed around me was water. Not any ground to stand onto, just the overwhelming body of liquid around me. My senses went crazy in the first minutes as I stayed afloat in the ocean, deciding whether to plunge into its depths or just give up. In the beautiful scenery of blue skies, golden sun, clear waters, and the vibrant pink roof of our yacht, I felt the darkness creep in. It's true. The darkness will always resurface regardless of wherever you are. It's just up to you to fight it with all the courage you can muster. Courage. What is courage? Courage is putting on the gear, standing on the edge, and jumping in the ocean. Courage is saying, I'm scared, but I will try my best. Courage is putting a big smile on your face regardless. Courage is telling yourself, today I will win. Courage is putting yourself out there, showing up, and speaking out. Courage is proudly saying, I can do this. Courage. Such a tricky concept, yet a powerful force. So I decided to conquer my fears and my doubts with courage. Pep talked myself into submerging into a foreign world, and lo and behold, I basked in the glory that lay beneath me. It's literally a new dimension under the sea. No wonder people are now fond of scuba and free diving. It's a new sensation, a new set of stimuli that tickles and envelopes the body. A communal share of energy between creatures and creations. I decided to face my fears and my doubts, and I witnessed something magical. A new experience that eventually made me think, feel, and sense. A huge shout out to Trident Adventures for being our diving partner, owned and operated by Steve, a US Navy SEAL. Also to the crew who took extra care of us on our first scuba diving experience, Captain David, instructors Chase and Laurel, and Dive Master Lauren. Trident Adventures also offers snorkeling, skin diving, helicopter jumping, live fire gun range shooting, hunting, night vision training, and many more. So the next time you visit the island of Oahu, give them a visit and book your adventure with them. They're located in Koalina, west of Honolulu. The following segment of this vlog features videos and footage of my tattoo session. If you find it disturbing, please scrub forward and enjoy the food crawl instead. You could say I'm a tattoo collector, and I have been collecting tattoos from friends and random artists for the past couple of years. I knew this trip would mean so much, so I had to book a tattoo session a month before arriving. First of all, I would never advise getting a tattoo on sunburnt skin or after such an exhaustive day. But since I can't move my schedule anymore, I had to show up and get my much-awaited ink while being sunburnt and dead-tired from the scuba diving in the morning. So when getting a tattoo, you have to be prepared mentally and physically. Get some sleep, rehydrate constantly, grab some food and snacks, and eat lots of sweets. That's what I did. That's what I always do. I got a tattoo from Brandon, a Filipino-Samoan artist of BT Tattoos and Black Cat Tattoo in downtown Honolulu. This tattoo is a sketch of a tamarau, also known as the dwarf buffalo. The tamarau is the largest mammal native to the Philippines and can only be found in the island of Mindoro, hence the scientific name Bubalus mindorensis. Tamaraus are also known to be gentle and reserved nocturnal animals but fierce when cornered. You can identify a tamarao from its unique V-shaped horns compared to the C-shaped horns of the carabao. So why this design? Well, the tamarao is Far Eastern University school mascot. The university that was my home when I chose to come back and stay in the Philippines in 2013. I went back because I was scared and not ready to live in the States that time. It's quite the opposite what I saw. I saw that the grass is really greener, but the connection to my motherland wasn't there. It's a different culture. Moving from one place to another really shook me. Fast forward to 8 years later, I am living in the heart of Los Angeles now and realized that I was blazing a trail for the next generation of Filipino expatriates and immigrants, and loudly and proudly telling the stories of my lineage and heritage. Immigration is a phenomenon that challenges you on so many different levels and thresholds. This tattoo is special because the tamarao is my symbol of resilience, excellence, and presence, and I wanted to get it tattooed from the place that showed me what fear looked and felt like. This is day 3 of our Hawaii trip. What is better than traveling, you ask? Well, traveling and trying out as much staple cuisine and iconic food offerings of the destination as possible. Almost half of this Hawaii trip has been dedicated to trying out the best and famous food places we could have our mouths taken. And well, resources also play a vital role in making this food crawl possible, so I suggest do some research before arriving, or you can always ask the locals what to try. For the first food crawl, this is day 3, and we tried the famous Giovanni's at Haleiwa, north of Oahu. As a Filipino born and raised in the Philippines, shrimps or seafood in general has been prepared in countless many ways, so I had high hopes before trying. This spot is famous for their shrimps, according to our research, so we tried it. It was good, but I kinda expected more. We ordered Giovanni's garlic shrimp and the garlic sausage, and also the dishes of the other not so famous food truck at the compound. The other food truck, which didn't have any line at all, when we arrived had a more sumptuous offering. We ordered a similar garlic shrimp, the Thai sweet and chili, and the pineapple one in their menu. It was more fulfilling than Giovanni's, to be brutally honest. For the dessert, we tried authentic French crepes from the store that's between the two food trucks. It was okay. Like what our friend Roy said, and I quote, "I'm not jumping up and down for it." Off to the next spot we go. So we are still in Haleiwa. I realized it was pronounced Haleiwa or Haleiwa, not Haleiwa. Yeah, so just so you know, the W's within the word is pronounced as a V versus like the W's at the first part of the word. So Waikiki, Haleiwa. So yeah, so now we're gonna get the famous Matsumoto shaved ice. I'm gonna show it to you when I get it, just so you know. Look at the amount of people here. Look, there's a line. Last spot for today's food crawl, because we're eating a feast later at the luau, so watch out for episode 2 of this vlog, is the popular shave ice store Matsumoto's Shave Ice. It's roughly a 15-minute drive away from Giovanni's, but still in Haleiwa. I was planning to give their Ichiban special a try, but it was out of stock at that time. Basically, the special included one shave ice flavor, vanilla ice cream, beans, condensed milk, mochi, and a waffle bowl. So I got coconut. No, that's root beer. Root beer, watermelon, and coconut with mochi. What did you get, Karen?
I got pineapple.
Karen daw eh. Karen. It's okay.
I got lychee, I got lilikoi, and I got cherry.
Cherry.
Yes.
Ooh. And you got the rainbow.
So
Rainbow.
it's strawberry, coconut, and lemon.
Coconut is blue?
Yeah.
Masarap yung lemon.
It's called blue coconut.
Oh, how about you? Did you get the rainbow too?
Hindi. Mango, lychee,
Yung sarap ng lemon nila.
yeah, coconut.
Mango,
Ano
lychee, and
maasim?
coconut. Okay,
How's that?
now it's time for us to try this.
I like the lemon.
Oh, sarap yung lilikoy. Wanna try the lilikoy?
Sure.
The yellow one.
Kahit na I don't know what lilikoy is.
Passion ba? Ay,
Guava?
Grape.
Passion fruit? Grapefruit.
ikaw ang bibi ko.
Mm,
Ikaw ang
that's-
bibi ko.
Why doesn't this have color?
Lychee.
Let's try the mochi.
Red na to.
Cherry.
Oh shoot, this is authentic
Try
mochi.
the, lilikoy.
I just watched this on Insider. Oh,
Not bad. I like it.
it's nice to eat. No, it's nice to eat shaved ice. Hello on this weather.
70 years.
You don't like it?
I don't like the root beer.
The root beer doesn't like you too.
Daddy.
Ang tagal na to. God.
Ay, ang tamis ng root beer.
Yeah, go.
Ay, hindi. Kaya hindi mo gusto because there's condensed milk. So, wait.
Yeah, because I like mine like.
Dapat ikaw yung nagtrabaho din.
You should have gotten just juice.
Ayoko mo ng mochi.
Juice with ice. You can't save anything.
Mochi. Oh, kaya walang
Mochi.
flavor.
Oo nga. Parang alam mo yung sa ano, sa bilo-bilo. Parang walang lasa.
Well, that's mochi, di ba?
Favorite ko yung lilikoy. Kakalo ng lilikoy. Lilikoy.
And just like that, episode 1 of my Hawaii vlog is done. I appreciate you so much for having reached this part. We spent 2 weeks in Oahu, Hawaii, and this was day 0 to half of day 3. So there are more episodes to come. Be sure to check them out as they get released in the coming weeks. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be updated on my next posts. I also tell my stories in different formats, so be sure to follow me on my socials. At The Chris Channel Official on Facebook and at Reasonda on both Instagram and on the Kumu app. A huge shout out to Hiraya Media, our collective who gathers Filipino artists and creatives around the world and encourages them to tell their stories. Check out www.hirayamedia.com. Maraming salamat!